And now I want to talk a little bit about variable. So previously I explained the variable. So you can name the variable with a $sign and alphanumeric characters. And in one variable, we usually assign one value. There is a special type of variable called array. Array is a variable, and in this variable, we can assign multiple values. For example, let's say $names. It looks like a variable name, and we are assigning, but in assignment, we use a function called array function. And inside the array function, inside this parenthesis, actually we provide 3 values as parameters. If you assign certain values using this array function, actually you are creating array variable. Array variable is a variable that can keep multiple values. So these 3 values, Peter, Quagmire, and Joe, those 3 values will be saved, will be assigned in one variable, names. So names is an array variable. There are 2 different ways to assign values for the array variable. The first one is one way to assign variables. And here, as an alternative, you can use some index numbers. Index number is used with this bracket, and inside you use numeric values. Starting from 0, you can add 1 and 2 like this. So currently we have 3 values assigned in this names array with index number 0, 1, 2. So using this index, you can specify one array variable. The array variable is the first member, and you assign Peter and Quagmire and Joe. So variable is 1, but you have 3 values. And how to distinguish them? Using index with numbers. So how to use it? So if you use echo statements with those array variables, let's say echo names 1 and names 2, those are concatenated, are names 0, the neighbors. So what would be the output? The output of this echo statements would be names 1 is Quagmire. So Quagmire and Joe are Peter, the neighbors. That would be the output of this echo statements. So that's called array variable. And let's test it in a code example. Okay, so here let's create a new file, and the array.php is the file name. So array.php, and let's just choose array.php view edit. And again, I want to copy from this skeleton PHP code. So I will copy and paste it here. And inside this PHP block, let's add some arrays. So I'm going to add some array. I will use the second method to assign the array. So let's use the code in your class notes. So I'm going to add names 0, 1, 2 and Peter, Quagmire, Joe. By the way, since we are using those numbers as an index for the array, it is called a numeric array. This different from associative array that we are going to learn shortly. Okay, so how to use this? So to test this, we are going to add a echo statements. So let me add echo statements as I showed you before. So here, echo. So echo names 1 and concatenated with, this is another text. So and names 2 are names 0, the neighbors. So this is the last text. Okay, so what would be the output? We are going to save this and upload it. And in your browser, instead of if else, now it is array dot. Okay, so array.php. So what is the result? Quagmire and Joe are Peter's neighbors. That's the output that we have expected. So as the last example of this topic, I want to introduce a different type of array. In this case, it's still array, so one variable that can keep multiple values. But instead of a numerical index like 0, 1, 2, in this case, we give some meaningful name as an index. So in the previous example, we used 0, 1, 2, but here with a single quote, we give some meaningful name. Let's say Peter is the index. Index is a kind of key. Using this key, what value we want to store? 32 is stored in this ages. Quagmire is the new index, and then you store 30 in this ages array variable. Similarly, Joe, 34 is saved in ages array variable. So how to use it? Similar to numeric array, using some key values so you can retrieve the value that you want. So here, echo, Peter is ages Peter years old. So the output will be Peter is, what's the value for this? We know that it's 32, so 32 years old, right? So let's test this. Go back to your code, and here I wanna add a associative array. So let me add a comment, and let's say associative array, and the first one is a numeric array. So let me add a comment. So let's say numeric array example. As an associative array, we want to add ages. So I will use the same code. So I will copy from your class notes. So this is ages. And then how to use this associative array, I will test it with the echo statements. So here I want to add two echo statements like this. So here, echo, and Peter is, and I want to add ages Peter. So the output would be Peter is 32 years old. And the next line, there is another echo statement. So Joe is 34 years old. By the way, I want to add a line break. So how to add line break? There is HTML code BR. So let's add one line break here. And even before the first echo, I want to add another line break. So here I want to add line break because after the first output we did not add any line break, so I added line break here and there. Good. So let's save it, upload it in your browser. Let's refresh it. So now we have Peter is 32 years old, Joe is 34 years old. So we tested the associative array. So that's everything about PHP Basics Part 1. So see you soon in Part 2.